Orange Nation, it is time. Kicking things off with our dynamic warm-up. It's going to be 5 minutes long, executed for 1 minute apiece. Starting on our stomach, this is called our Cobra Swing. So Ange is lifting her chest off the ground just a couple inches, fingertips in the small of the back, extending out in front of you, and then slowly bringing it right back. Following that is our T-spine rotation. Now the hands are slightly behind the ears, rotating down towards the opposite elbow and taking the elbow behind the head towards the ceiling. Rolling next into our ankle mobility. Now Ange is locking one foot behind the heel, taking her hips towards the ceiling and then bringing it right back down. That's going to be 30 seconds on each side. Standing up with our lateral shift and punch. Now we're giving ourselves plenty of distance in between our feet. Notice as she shifts to one side, it's the same arm that extends out in front of you. You ready to get your heart rate up on this last one? It's our seal jack. So now Ange is just bouncing lightly on her toes. Arms come out and bring it right back in. If you need an option, just slow it down and step it out left to right. You ready to rock and roll? Let's get in it.
All right, Orange fam, we have a 10-minute block here, and the first two exercises, we're gonna use that mini band. So you're gonna do 3 rounds of the first 2 exercises, then the rest of the exercises until time is called. So that mini band is gonna be right underneath your knees. You're gonna take a nice low sit back in those heels, doing a small C-circle forward, placing your foot firmly on the ground, and then stepping back. Nice, Ange. So you have 6 on each side, and then we're gonna move into a mid-band plank alternating leg lift. So going into that high plank position, shoulders are over the wrists, you're engaging your core, just a nice controlled movement, pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. Option here is you can drop down to your knees instead, and then you're gonna still give me that same action with that leg lift. So moving into our next 3 exercises, you're gonna remove your mini band. So you get to throw it away. There we go. So we got a single leg deadlift to a knee raise, 8 each side, engaging that core. You have a focal point on the ground. You're lowering down with control, coming right back up, driving that knee towards your chest. 8 each side. That option is to tap the foot on the ground in between each of those movements. Then you have a goblet squat. 8 is your total rep count. You're focusing on the tempo, holding that weight nice and close to your chest, sending it down, and then you're gonna pop up on a 1 count, but take 3 counts to lower nice and slow. Awesome. Moving into an iso lateral walk, 6 reps. So that is your last exercise. So feet are hip width apart, taking 3 steps to the right, 3 steps to the left. That is 1 rep. You have 6 reps total, and we're gonna fire up those legs. Let's get to it, Orange Nation.
Touch and kiss, my heart's first wish is coming true. I've begun to grow, and now I know you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before, but I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling
All right, we're going to turn up the heat on this block. We got 10 minutes of work, 5 timed exercises. Julia, you ready to turn it up?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. We're going to start with 45 seconds of a power jack. Using our moderately heavy object, we're going to explode overhead, taking it at a push pace effort for 45. Next up, we'll take it down to our base pace with a 45-second alternating curtsy lunge. So as you can see, Julia's stepping behind, making sure the knees stay tracked and aligned. Options here, you can reduce the depth of that back knee. Next up, we're going to our 30-second push in the form of a tap jump squat. So as we can see, feet are hip width apart. Julia's landing on the bench the second it makes contact, driving through the heels, exploding up, getting some air underneath. Options there, squat into a calf raise. Next up, we have an iso squat front walk, 30 seconds. We'll take 4 steps forward, staying nice and low in the squat, 4 steps back, repeating that for 30 seconds. Now, we do need an all out, so why don't we do 30 seconds of burpees? All right, so with that, we're in our high plank position, keeping the glutes low, swinging our feet forward, adding a jump at the top. Option, of course, you can walk back into that high plank, walking it forward, adding a calf raise. Of course, we'll give you 30 seconds of rest, but then we're going to repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds. Let's get to work.
This 10-minute long block is all about lower body and core. Ready, Ange?
Ready.
All right, starting off with a reverse lunge to lateral step up, standing at the side of a bench, reverse lunge, stepping up 1 foot, squeezing your glutes at the top for a total of 8 on each side. Option, limit your range of motion. Next up is a sumo squat to a frogger, grabbing one heavy object or weight in your standing set position, toes pointed out, lowering down heavy in your heels, lowering that weight down to the ground, and then exploding up off your feet for your frogger. Option, calf raise at the top, 8 reps total. Next up, bird dog crunch. In tabletop position, wrist stacked underneath your shoulders, you're extending your opposite arm, opposite leg, driving your elbow towards your knee for a total of 8 on each side. Option, limit your range of motion there. Last but not least, static crunch with scissor. Supine on the ground, hands are behind your ears, peeling your shoulder blades off the ground with your static crunch, and then scissoring your legs one at a time for a total of 12 reps. Option, bend your knees to shorten the lever. Repeat until time is called. Let's get started.
Now it's time to slow things down with our flexibility. Coach Genesis is going to help us out. 4 minutes here, 20 seconds each stretch, starting with that standing crossbody stretch. She's going to retract her shoulder first and then pull that arm to the other side as she looks that same direction that her shoulder is. Next one, we got our standing quad stretch. So hold on to something if you need to stabilize, but we're going to bring that ankle up, both knees in line with each other. Make sure that core is engaged for this one as well. After that, we got our standing neutral hamstring. So hands are going to be on the hips, sit the body back. We're just going to make sure we bend forward, feeling that nice stretch in the back of our hamstring. Standing straddle stretch is last. So feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to drive down, touch the ground. Once you're there for a little bit, walk your hands to the right, and then we'll switch, walking them over to the left. Let's go ahead and cool things down.